You got a pretty big fight. Brundage is somebody that's been around for a while, that has been in some big spots. So, talk to me. How happy are you with this opportunity, and is this something that you envisioned for your next fight in the UFC?
I'm extremely happy. I'm extremely happy, but it's not necessarily big to me. Every fight is the exact same. Perspective-wise, we're both 0-0 going into it. In my mind, no previous fights matter, no future fights matter. This is the beginning of a new path. And I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm grateful. And with the opponent, it couldn't be better. This is the perfect opponent for me. He's a great opponent. He's good everywhere. But I feel like I'm better everywhere as well.
Yeah. And what did you make of his last performance against Julian? He looked good there. Then prior to that, I think he had fought Bo Nickel, come up short. So, like, overall, what do you make of him as a challenge, and what are you expecting from him?
The previous fight, it was good. It was gritty. But if you could take positives and negatives from that, there were a lot of things that I could do much better than what Julian did to him. But it was gritty. It was tough. He took advantage of opportunities in there, and he landed that right hand. And it was beautiful when it comes from a technical standpoint. How I see him as a fighter, I see him as good. I see him as good. He's a good fighter everywhere. I match up against him very, very well. I'm just better than him in all areas, I feel. No arrogance, no cockiness, truly. From relevant experience, from what I see in myself in the gym, from my prior experiences, from my prior fights, I feel that I'm better.
Yeah. And you're undefeated, and you've have all your wins come by finish. Does at one point, does that begin to weigh on you, sort of people just expect you to run through people or pick up finishes? Does that at all start to affect you as you start going into fights?
Man, that's a question I've been asked a lot, and honestly, I think the complete opposite. I feel like I've lost 8 times in a row. In my mind, I'm absolutely disgusted with every single performance that I've had leading up to this one. So I want to dominate even more. I want to be cleaner. I want to be more precise. I want to be more perfect each and every single time in the most truthful way. A lot of people might say that, but when I look back on prior experiences and prior fights, I'm like, who is that guy? That's not me. That's not the person that was just training yesterday. So I'm excited to show what I am now. I'm excited to show my new techniques. I'm excited to show who I truly am. Each and every single fight is a growing experience when you're inside that cage, building that experience, getting that relevant experience, opening yourself up more, being more comfortable inside the octagon. And this is going to be a new start. It's going to be absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to perform, to absolutely perform, to be happy, to be empty inside of that cage, and to be free.
Does part of you ever want to go to a decision just to kind of see what's like? I don't know. You talk about experience, maybe, get that cage time in, or do you not care about that?
Man, the cage time, mat time, it's all the same when you're throwing punches and you're breathing heavy. It's all the exact same to me. Now, if I want to go to a decision or not, I don't think so. I don't think it's necessary. A lot of people might say that, okay, I want to test myself. I want to see how far I can go. I know myself. I know myself. I know the tools that I have. I know my heart. I know myself as a man. And I know what I'm capable of. So all that stuff is really unnecessary. But then, on the other hand, too, when it comes to finishes, I want to get this finish. I want to make sure I do this. Forget all that stuff. The finish comes and the wins come as they come. I just want to go perform. And I want to make myself happy. And I want to have fun when I'm competing. Everything else will fall into place if you have that mentality.
Yeah. And how quickly do you want to sort of rise in the promotion? Because if you get a victory here, it'd be a nice win over a known name. You'd be 3-0 in the UFC. Like, could we start thinking about you and potentially getting a crack at those in the rankings, or do you want to take things a little slower?
That's ideal. That's 100% ideal. Me, I'm a yes man. I say yes to everyone. Every single opportunity is a yes. Every single opportunity is a check mark. Every single thing, slow or fast, is a yes from me. So the progression of my career, however fast or slow it happens the way it happens. But I want to make sure that I'm getting better. I want to make sure when that knock comes, when people ring that doorbell, that I'm ready and prepared. I'm not going to be a guy that's like, okay, well, I'm not ready for this opportunity. I don't feel comfortable within myself. No, I want to be in the gym. I want to be getting my reps in. And I want to make sure everything is dialed in, everything is ready and prepared. So when that knock comes, I'm ready and prepared for everything, and I'm a yes man. So when it comes, however fast or slow, I will be ready.
Yeah. And lastly, I just want to get your thoughts on the title fight that we have in your weight class. A lot of people are excited to see Khamzat Chimaev finally get his shot at gold, and against Dricus du Plessis, who's like, very interesting matchup against him. How do you see that fight going, and who do you think is going to be the new champion, or who's going to be champion after that?
It'll definitely be chaos and intensity early on, in that first round especially. And it's going to be entertaining. I'm going to be tuned in, but I see Khamzat getting it done for sure. In a matchup against two guys that are aggressive, that don't give up, that don't get tired, I feel like he has the edge. And then when it comes to him being inside this weight class as well, his frame is nice. His frame is nice for a middleweight. It's not something that you would expect from a welterweight going up another weight class. His frame is good, and I feel like he will be the next champion.
Thank you, and good luck this Saturday.
Thank you, brother.
Mansur, you've approached all of your fights with an outlook we don't really see from a lot of fighters. You're very cerebral and calm in your fight weeks. Where does that come from?
That's a good question. It comes from me making an effort to be better. Every single fight, every single situation, every single day within my life. As a man, I'm just trying to get better. But don't get it twisted. I'm not like this cerebral guy that's piecing together every single thing. I want to be perfect here and here. Man, I am losing my mind every single day in the best way. I'm chaotic. I'm super goofy. I'm very funny with my brothers and sisters and my friends and family and teammates. But I just care a lot. I care a lot, and when you care a lot, you want to be better. And when you want to be better, you make those efforts to be better, whether it's in the cage, in life, whatever. I'm just very cerebral when it comes to this. I want to make sure I'm checking off every single box. I want to make sure that I'm doing every single thing that needs to be done, and then some. I'm a man of extra. You give me a champion, and I'll show you someone that does extra. I'll show you someone that does things that aren't necessary. I'll show you someone that does things that aren't asked of him, and that's what I do. And it doesn't come from this sport. It comes from just me wanting to be in this 24/7, 365. I love to train. I love to be in the gym. And this is my lifestyle, but you guys see it as me being cerebral or very, very specific when it comes to this sport.
Yeah, you describe yourself as a man of extra. Where did that come from? Did you just come up with that yourself, or have you heard that before?
That's the first time I've ever said that. It was right off the top of the head. But yeah, I'm a man of extra for sure. I can remember myself as a 12-year-old kid when I was asked to run 5 miles by my dad in the morning at 5 a.m. I would run 6. There's just something about me that just wants to do extra. Now, I don't know if it's me proving something to myself or me just wanting to go that extra mile, or it's cultivated itself into pure enjoyment. I just want to do more. I'm not really sure where it comes from, but I absolutely love it. And it's a trait of mine that I hold near and dear to my heart because it allows me to go further than some people may have gone before, in addition to having true faith in God.
Yeah, last question for me. You spent some time at the University of Maryland wrestling. What did wrestling and spending time at that school teach you?
Wrestling taught me so many things. It exposed me to myself. When you're in a college wrestling room, it's different from different types of wrestling, but when you're in a college wrestling room, a Big Ten wrestling room, that's the conference that they were in when I was at that school, it reveals you to yourself, man. It shows you your flaws. It shows you your downfalls. It shows you the things that are good about yourself. It reveals everything. It's the truth teller. And I was shown truths about myself that I liked and I didn't like, and I took those at face value and I got better. I got better as a man. I got better as an athlete. And honestly, when I stopped wrestling, my techniques got better because I was away from the stress of it all, with school included. But it taught me so many things. It taught me so many things about myself. It exposed me to so many things about myself. But also, wrestling didn't give me everything. My father has given me so many things in my life that people kind of attribute to wrestling, or attribute to MMA, or attribute to something else. But my father, he was the one that really instilled that within me. He was the one that wanted me to wrestle because I didn't want to do that. I started off doing taekwondo and jiu-jitsu, but he told me if I really wanted to become a UFC champion when I was doing mock interviews with a TV remote, that was a skill I needed under my belt. So I did it. That's done. I'm grateful for it, and it taught me a lot. Thank you.
Julian Virgin. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, my brother.
We had your opponent in here a little bit earlier. He talked about how he has more fights in the UFC than you have fights in your career. How does experience play into going into a fist fight?
Experience is significant if you take things from it. I fought Dusko. He had more experience than me. He was a way more experienced opponent, age-wise and fight-wise. That didn't mean nothing, you know. I go in here and I fight Cody the way I want to fight him and get my hand raised, God willing, the way I want to get my hand raised. The experience doesn't matter. Then all of a sudden it's, okay, it's quality over quantity. Man, that stuff doesn't matter. If it matters to him, it matters to him. But it doesn't matter to me. I don't see it as a factor at all.
And as you continue to grow, not only just in your career, but just in the UFC, man, how have you been able to kind of come into yourself as a young man and just even these opportunities sitting here talking to us and answering these questions and just navigating this space?
Beautiful question. I don't feel like a lot of people sort of ask something like that when a young man is in front of these cameras and in front of these lights and he's being almost built up as something to be looked at. I won't say superstar. I won't say something that's kind of out of place, but he's being built. You can see the eyes are on him, and you can see that he's conducting himself in a way that's worthy of that spotlight. It's interesting because I want to make sure that I'm acting correct. I'm a young man. I can say some dumb stuff sometimes. I can do some dumb stuff sometimes, and I want to act correct. But then also, on the other hand, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to portray myself as something that I'm not. So it's a thin line, man. It's a thin line between being professional and then also being myself. I'm still figuring it out. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait to see how I cultivate myself into something new. Maybe not even something new, something more of myself. Because honestly, the spotlight, money, whatever, it only exposes you to yourself. It only brings out the good and bad attributes of yourself. So I'm excited to see what I truly am.
And final question, what does a win Saturday night here in Atlanta on the main card do for you?
It puts a smile on my face, makes me go get some dinner with some good people, and that's about it. That's as far as it goes for me. I'm extremely happy and grateful with the thoughts and the possibility of that, and it will happen, God willing. But that's as far as it goes for me. I don't take anything from it except for the technical aspects, except for the things that I could do better. Of course, I acknowledge the good, but that's it, man. It doesn't go further than that. No fight makes or breaks you.